for tuning into Radicards TV on Radicards.com. I'm your host, Patrick Greeno, and this is my buddy, Dan G.
What's up, Pat?
Hey, Dan. How's it going?
It's going well.
Yeah, what's new?
Oh, man, I don't even know where to start. Life is just crazy.
I know it.
Yeah.
It is.
It's insane right now, but I'm glad I could get away for a little while. So
Good, man. Always a pleasure to have you here. Yeah. What'd you bring for us today?
So, when we were at the National for 2019,
sure,
I dabbled in the Panini Prizm Mosaic basketball.
Okay.
I don't know why it intrigued me, but it did, and I bought a couple packs and decided that I don't want to use the term refractor because that's a Topps issue. But,
sure.
But, you know, Panini has their versions. I guess it's the Prizms.
It is.
Right? And I really liked the colors of the Prizms.
Sure.
And so I decided that I would try and assemble the green set and the blue set. The blue being my top favorite. And so recently I acquired the key card, which is the Luka Doncic rookie.
So you're doing the whole set?
Yeah, it's only 100 cards. It's not a monster. But, I mean, it's like a $100 a pack product, so assembling 100 cards is going to be a challenge, right?
Prizm is $100 a pack?
Well, it's the Mosaic version.
Okay. I
So I believe it's a Panini exclusive. You could only buy it from their website.
Okay.
I bought it from Panini at the National. Did not buy it from a dealer like Blowout or Steel City or any place like that.
Sure.
David Adams, right? It was intriguing. I thought they were beautiful. I mean, I just love.
They're very pretty.
The blue.
They're extremely pretty.
They're really pretty. And so I kind of just really fell in love with them, and I thought, wow, I'll try and put the set together.
That's ambitious, man.
Yeah.
And you're doing two colors.
Two colors and the base, right?
You could be working on that for years.
You could. You could. I was able to find a few lots online where I got a good portion of both the green and the blue.
Good.
So, ironically, right, I'm further along in the colored set than I am the base set, right? Hope to change that because, you know, our buddy Kevin, he purchased at least a couple cases. So,
really?
Yeah, I'm hoping that maybe I can piece together a few more here in a few weeks. We'll see.
Good.
But yeah, I mean, I really just enjoyed it, and I just picked this up recently, which I thought was a pretty fair price. It was, you know, less than $50 on eBay.
Nice.
And you know, I thought, you know, the blue is my favorite, so why not grab the key card ASAP, right?
It's a choice pattern. I think that they've done a really good job with the design of this product. It really reminds me of, if you want to go way back to '96, Bowman's best atomic refractors.
Oh, yeah. No,
they had that box matrix sort of Tetris thing happening. I really dug that.
Turn it around.
1997 Finest Silver Embossed Refractors did the same thing. And so I really liked the box matrix style of design. And it's very, if not the same as what Topps did. In fact, you could arguably say it's sort of a ripoff in that way.
Yeah.
But it's well done. I think Panini does, for what they have, their limitations, I think they do a great job with a lot of their products.
Right.
And this is one of those products I absolutely love. I'm a big fan of Prizm. I put together Prizm Ardently, I chased in 2015. And then I did, I think, also in 2014.
Okay. And
I really liked it. I didn't do it this year because it was so ambitious. There's so many different parallels. But I watched some of the fellow collectors put together their work on their runs, and some guys have come a long way putting their Prizm runs together, and I really like the different parallels. There's so many of them. Right. And these are beautiful.
So you know, the Luka is the key card.
Right.
I mean, he's the big rookie from last year. And, you know, my son and I have kind of been loosely chasing his rookie cards.
Okay.
We have this argument, how is it pronounced? Doncic or Doncic, right? And
Don Kick. Yeah.
Whatever.
Right.
But, you know, we really enjoyed it, and I was glad to bring this into the set and the collection.
Good.
So hopefully here in the near future I can piece together this set, and we'll see.
Who's behind him in value?
LeBron.
Okay.
I would say he's probably the next biggest card.
Okay. And you paid around $50 for this. Where would LeBron fall?
I've seen them anywhere from 15 to 30.
Okay, so they're available.
Yeah. I mean, but there are other good rookies in this year, and I think that's what makes this set very special. Is there's a lot of good players in 2018, 2019. 2019, 2020 is probably going to, cast a shadow on this year because of the Zion, right? But I think this is if you were looking for sets to kind of put together, this would not be a bad one.
I'm glad you brought that by.
Cool.
Those are great cards, man.
Thank you.
This is just in post office today. When you said like, "Hey, I'm going to be this much late," I'm going to go to the post office to get my mail, and then I'll talk about it. That way, I'm not having to go and dig around and try to find
right.
Something. So I just opened my mail. I was like, "I'm going to talk about this card." So in 2010, some of you guys might know that I collect 2010 Bowman Chrome parallels of players I like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't generally go after base or even base refractors. I like the colored parallels. I think they're just cool. And so in 2010. We're going to be talking about Jose Iglesias. He came on the scene with the Boston Red Sox and was traded into the Tigers later on in his career. He had a little stint for a while and was popular for a minute. He was in that like cast of prospects with like Anthony Rizzo and Slade Heathcott and Dustin Hackley, Aroldis Chapman. Who else was in that run? Julio Teheran. There are a bunch of guys in that 2010 roster that were they were great out of the gate, and some of them, went on to achieve greatness, and others just retired.
Right.
But I remember so much about that year that I'm always drawn to the set for that reason. So I'm like, well, I was looking on the market for this card for a little bit. I years ago, I want to say in 2012 or 13, I sold a base refractor of this. I used to have it. Now you can get him for cheap, but at the time it was like kind of a thing because he was still playing and he was traded and there was like, news about him and things. I was like, well, let's see what's happening with Jose Iglesias. And I see a lot of these auctions for these cards of parallels and they're always high bins and I'm like, dude, like, why don't you just let the market decide what the value is on a lot of stuff? So I was just waited and this one popped and I was like, that's nice, a gold refractor number to 50 auction style. And I brought this home for a fraction of what the bin asking prices are for these. And I was really happy about that because I was like, well, this makes more sense to me. This is a great addition to my archive because I really dig gold and it's on-card auto. Now, 2010 Bowman Chrome is interesting because the prospects line looks the same as the draft prospects line. It's the same in design, but the styles are different. So for the refractors, some of them go to the edge depending on the set. The first series, it goes to the edge. The second series, it stops at the border.
Wow.
And then you've got like first series, it's on card. Second series, or another series is sticker, but they're the same looking style. And so you've got like all these different weird arrangements of the way the cards are made in between Bowman Chrome prospects and Bowman Chrome draft prospects. Mm-hmm. And the styles are the same. It's the same design. And so if you look at a superfractor from one run, the superfractor will encompass the entire card surface all the way to the edge. Whereas you look for another one, superfractor will stop at the border. And so you have this off-white frame that frames the superfractor design. I think it's very tastefully done. Very beautiful. Really, really good looking cards. And so I learned about this kind of like varied design aspect later, many years later. In fact, I want to say it was like early 2017 when I thought about trying to find every image of every superfractor from the different 2010 Bowman Chrome lines. And after I realized there were so many different like lines of Bowman Chrome that year, I was like, I'm not doing this.
Right.
I'm not going to spend any time doing that. So now I just like cherry pick certain cards. And Jose Iglesias was one of those cards where I was like, well, I'm going to see if I can get something, even though I sold a base refractor, which I can get again. Maybe there's something else I can grab of his. And so I got this one here. Now, it's my understanding he's no longer in professional sports, or professional baseball rather, so I don't know how much appreciation potential this card has, and I was actually surprised there were as many bids as there was on it when I did buy it. Mm-hmm. But for what I got it for, in comparison to what it may have gone for, say, 9 years ago,
right?
It would have been a strong return 9 years ago, whereas today it's soft.
Yeah.
And so, but this is a great card, great set, great parallel, just an excellent looking card with an awesome, strong, bold autograph. So
I think it looks great in that PSA case too.
It does.
The Lighthouse hologram and all of
well,
that.
it's not the modern hologram. It's the one prior to it.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
And this is housed in the fitted PSA graded card bags that my company sells. You can go to store.radicards.com and you can get them there, packs of 100. Dan's card he showcased, also he's using our fitted top loader bags, which are available. They're always on sale regardless of if we have them in stock or not, because we pre-sell them when they're out of stock, and then we ship the orders when we have stock back in. So you can always get those. So I really appreciate Danny bringing some by and we talking about it. Do you have any comments on the Jose Iglesias?
I think it's a really pretty card.
Have you seen this before, or do you know anything about the player?
You know, I vaguely remember it. You know, it's just one of those things where it's been out of sight, out of mind.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, truly.
But
it's a long time.
You know, 2010 was a good year.
Great year.
A lot of players came out of that,
and you know, every year that goes by, another guy is like, oh my gosh, he's in Bowman Chrome 2010.
Yeah.
DJ LeMay is a perfect example.
Right.
Like Christian Yelich.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, man, he's got. So these cards have drawn additional attention to the set because of the player's performance.
Right.
And so every year that there's like a new guy that realizes people are like, well, he's got a, 2015 it was Shelby Miller. Mm-hmm. He's got a card in the set. And Arliss Chapman was in there later, but he was a prospect at the time, right. So people were chasing him then. And so it's interesting to see. Who's the guy with the Astros? The short.
Altuve.
Yeah, Jose Altuve's got a card in the 2010 Bowman Chrome run. I mean, it's stacked with so many great prospects. Let's see, there's a Josh Donaldson, obviously. Gary Sanchez.
Right.
He's in that run as well. JD Martinez is in that set. And so you've got.
Wasn't Strasburg in that set?
Strasburg, of course. Yeah. He's the big one. He's right. Number one. But I'm also looking at some of the other right. guys that came through the pipeline that weren't part of really the marketing of the product, because Strasburg was a big poster.
Strasburg.
He was the
busting packs.
Yeah.
In the store.
He was the draw, of course. But that's known, right? So right. We're talking about guys who came on the scene kind of later and down the line. And I think that when I look at this and I think of all the other players, Trevor Bauer, Garrett Cole, Sonny Gray, those guys are all in that set too. Obviously you've got Bryce Harper, mm-hmm. of course, but then you've got like Manny Machado, and it just the names go on and on and on and on and on. And so it's such a built roster. There's so much going on, and it's so fun to see kind of like what else is in the line. Like, okay, right. Cool, let's see what else is what else I can add. Funny thing about 2010 Bowman Chrome is that because there's so many different sets and the different parallels, when I buy the different cards, I had them organized by like set and then card number and then by like whatever color the player. So I'd have like 3 colors for one player, and then I skip 1 color for this player, and then 4 colors. What I recently did, I organized my baseball gallery on the museum by color for 2010 Bowman Chrome. I started with base and the refractor, and then purple refractor, and then green refractor and blue refractor. I put green before purple and blue because I wanted to separate them, mm-hmm. because they're so closely. They're hard to differentiate on the small thumbnails. And then blue, and then gold, orange, red, and then super. That way I can just know where to plop the right. gold refractor quickly without, like, it's confusing.
Yeah.
This is a confusing product in that way. And because products look the same between prospects and draft prospects, you might not, without looking at the back and the actual, like, ID, the actual card number, mm-hmm. you wouldn't know unless you have this somewhat kind of understanding of like, oh yeah, Matt Harvey's in draft prospects, right. And yeah. Strasburg's in, of course, Strasburg's going to be in base prospects, right. But you've got like this guy here, he's in the base prospects line. But so it's like a lot to digest.
Yeah, no, I remember trying to sort that stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
Did you buy a lot of it?
I did not actually, but I purchased a lot of collections the year following. And there was tons of that stuff in there. I should probably go back and look and see what I
still have it.
Yeah, I still have it all.
I wonder if you got in there. You might got some good stuff.
Might have some good stuff. Yeah.
So I want to talk about this card. Well, we talked about 2010 Bowman Chrome. Really, we talked a little bit about Jose Iglesias, but really it's about the set. So I grabbed this because it'd be a nice add to my 2010 Bowman Chrome run, my collection. I have a little PC of this stuff. So you have it. This is the 2010 Bowman Prospects Gold Refractor, number _50, autograph. So they have like an A and a B this year, and the A is the non-autograph, and the B is the autograph card. This is B. Jose Iglesias, pre-rookie card. PSA 9.
Yeah.
All right. And a Radicards fitted PSA graded card bag. There you have it. Dan, you have any final thoughts?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm glad I got this. What a strong, bold autograph. It's so beautiful.
It is nice.
I love it. And it's on card. Man, I love the etching on these cards. They really did a good job with the chrome this year. It's just a beautiful set. Thank you for tuning in to Radicards TV on Radicards.com. I'm your host, Patrick Reno, and until next time, enjoy collecting.
Take care.
If you like this content, please subscribe. Thank you. Enjoy collecting.